Hello, my name is KOF, singer, songwriter, producer, rapper, video director, audio engineer. The inspiration behind the EP really was just a vibe and just to make it as natural as possible. Like all the stuff I was doing last year, most of the beats were stuff that other people were sending me. And it was too much dance, and I remember sitting in the studio trying to write to this beat and nothing was coming out, and I was listening to the beat, I was like, I'm bored of this, do you know what I mean? I just want to make my own stuff and just come from a natural place, and that's what the whole thing was about with that one, do you know what I mean? And alternative soul was just because I was starting to sing again, but I still liked the drum and bass stuff that I was doing, I still liked some of the dance elements that I was doing, and I wanted to be able to fuse that and just be able to write something a little bit more deeper, a little bit more conscious, because the other stuff I was doing, if I'm honest, was boring, because all I was talking about was going out to clubs and getting drunk and stuff like that, which is cool, but we want to listen to more than that, you know what I mean? I want to listen to more than that, so that was the whole thing behind the project. The riots was happening at the same time, and I referred to it in that first verse, you know, the old man asked the boy what's he fighting for, because he looked like a rebel, that's what that would cause. And on the news, obviously everybody was saying like they're rioting for nothing, they're looting shops, they haven't got a point, you know, they're doing it for nothing. But I think people don't riot for nothing, you know what I mean? And okay, yeah, they looted, but that's because you're looking at youth who coming from poor backgrounds, who are trying to make money to get the different things that they went and looted in the first place, do you know what I mean? So they're just expressing their anger, and you know, that's the way that they're doing it, that's the way our society's made them have to do things like that, do you know what I mean? So that was what that's what that verse was about, and then the second verse was more about, you know, issues that some people might have at home and different things like that, of abuse. And what I'm trying to say with the song really is that if you're just young, do you know what I mean, you're gonna have, whether it be poverty, you're in an area with loads of drugs, you know what I mean, homelessness, just the different issues that society put on young people and on us in general. That's what that song's about. So if you go through any of them, then you're a child of the ghetto. So I'm a child of the ghetto, you're a child of the ghetto, you're a child of the ghetto, you're a child of the ghetto, because we all live in Liverpool, do you know what I mean? And obviously there's a lot of different levels of ghetto, because a ghetto in Liverpool is going to be totally different from the ghetto in Brazil, but they're linked by the same thing. So the drug problems, poverty, it's the same thing, do you know what I mean, but just different levels and different places in the world. And so that's me going off on a tangent, chatting rubbish, but yeah, I think it's a worldwide song, not just a UK or Liverpool song or such and such song. Yeah, some child of the ghetto.
So take my hand, come with me, and I will show you to a place where they don't see no point in dreaming. It just gets thrown back in your face. See, I'm a child of the ghetto, a child of the ghetto.
Terry Walker on the Need Somebody track, just because the studio vibe was just a real good vibe. I was nervous because she's massive, do you know what I mean? When she came in, she was just so cool, down to earth. Just had a vibe, you know what I mean? We had a laugh, we had a joke, we had a little drink. The vibes were just flowing. It was a good session. Is it a girl? Yeah. But it wasn't a vibe like that, it was just a vibe. My favourite lyric is
What's the sense in making sense if it don't make sense?
Basically what I mean by that is there's no sense in putting music out just to make money if it doesn't mean anything, you know. The way I look at it is a lot of people listen to my music in terms of all different ages, and the young ones who are more conscious about being affected by some of the stuff I say, do you know what I mean? And I think that for me to just go and make tunes that will make me money quickly and stuff like that is wrong as an artist, you know what I mean? I'd rather make music with substance where people can learn from it or even grow from it maybe. As soon as you get someone's ear who's willing to listen to you, then you got to think, okay, what am I going to say to this person? Am I going to fill this person's ear with a load of rubbish? Or am I going to say something that might help them in a different situation in life? And I don't mean like education, I mean just like, for instance, Get Out. that tune is about the relationship after the relationship and wanting to get out of that situation, do you know what I mean? And people have come up to me and been like, yeah, I'm in that same position right now, do you know what I mean? But listening to it, it made me think like, what am I doing? I'm just wasting my time being in this situation. So in that aspect, if people can feel it that way, then yeah, I do have responsibility. And because there's so much other rubbish out there as well, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of drug rap, there's a lot of flossing, like the swagger this and all that stuff, do you know what I mean? I think that's good, I listen to it as well, but we need something else also just to balance it, do you know what I mean? And I think maybe I'm that person on this side. Yeah, it was, because I was kind of getting tired of doing EPs and mixtape. I wanted to do an album and be like, yo, this is it, this is everything I can do, this is all I can do. But then when looking at me come out, and then it picked up some good momentum, and then Be Like You come out, we spoke to a few different people on radio and that, and the consensus was just keep building, do you know what I mean? There's no rush to do an album, as long as you're giving out music to people and it's good music, then there's no rush, do you know what I mean? People will be happy. But I don't know, I want to do an album and just finish it, do you know what I mean? And just get it out and be like, this is my debut album, because I've been making music for time now, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm happy that, I'm really happy that we're doing an EP instead of an album, because maybe I'm not ready to do an album just yet. Let me say that again. Not that I'm not ready, but I've learned so much doing this EP that when I do my album now, I know I'll be able to take it to a total next level then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy. I do, there was one point where I was like, nah, I don't care, I'm not bothered about it, but now I'm at a point where we just need investment, do you know what I'm saying, in terms of marketing, in terms of doing everything bigger. I think we do everything ourselves, from like the production to the videos to, getting the songs to radio and stuff like that. Everything we do is in-house, and there's only kind of so much you can do without big financial backing. Like this kind of hip-hop thing and this music thing, they don't pay a lot of money, do you know what I'm saying? So in order to get to different places, you need a lot more investment, and a major label has got the contacts and the money to do that. So I do want to get started. But at the moment, there's a few different deals on the table from a couple of different majors as well. So it's just about finding who is the best person to work with creatively. Obviously, a label, they just want to make money and they see you as a check. But I want to be able to work with someone who understands that, but understands me as an artist, and understands that I might not be the person that's going to make you 50 million, do you know what I mean? I might be the person that's going to make you such and such, but we'll have a nice core audience and we'll have a career that will go on for a long time, and people will still be buying records and stuff for a long time. So that's what I'm hoping. Liverpool, we're nothing in terms of the urban music. I just think we need now Liverpool to support the artists more, do you know what I mean, as opposed to the artists supporting the artists. I think people like yourself, who does a great job, people like Echo, the newspaper and all stuff, and the radios, Juice FM, Radio City, I don't think they support our music whatsoever, do you know what I mean? Like, I always find that what confuses me is how am I able to have music videos on MTV, Radio 1, 1 Extra at the same time, but still not getting no spins in Liverpool on their big stations, you know what I mean? To me, that doesn't make sense. And I think you're supposed to support, if you're a local radio station, you're supposed to support the local artists, do you know what I mean? I shouldn't be getting played in Manchester more than I do in Liverpool. Doesn't make sense, do you know what I mean? What keeps me motivated? Just new experiences, do you know what I mean? I feel like I've done a lot, but I know that I've got loads more to do, yeah. But I love it when something unexpected happens. Like, for instance, when we went to France earlier this year, that was kind of a last minute thing, but it was amazing, do you know what I mean? When we went to shoot the video in St. Lucia, the whole madness of just trying to shoot the video out there and everything we had to go through just to be able to do that was a madness. But it was the experience of going there, which is, I can't lose that now, do you know what I mean? That'll always be with me. And that's what keeps me motivated, just the next experience, like what's going to be next, because it's pretty exciting, especially now where I know that, if I keep making the music that I'm making, and people keep supporting the way they're supporting, it will only get bigger and it will only get better, and the opportunities and the experiences will only get better, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm excited about, that's what motivates me. 2 years time, just making music, working with a lot of other people, working with new artists, working with old artists, producing a lot more and doing more tours around Europe and stuff like that. We recently signed a deal over in France to be distributed over 9 different territories, but that's already starting to roll out now in terms of releasing singles over there and stuff like that. So I'm hoping all that just gets bigger and we just have a lot of fun in Europe and do some more stuff around the world. You know what, it's just about freedom, just freedom to do what you want. That's my goal. It's not necessarily, you know, being the #1 artist in the world or selling 1 million records, you know what I mean? That's not my goal, because you can do that and still not be happy, do you know what I'm saying? And I think, really, and it sounds so cheesy, but if you've got one life, the main thing for that life is to be happy, do you know what I mean? If you're doing something that's not making you happy, it's not worth doing. And it sounds so cheesy, I know, but it is the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm good at what I do, I'm happy. Hello, this is KOF. I'm being sampled on SAM-POL'D.com. It doesn't sound like, does it? It sounds like I'm being punked. Doesn't it sound like I'm just being punked? Please ask me. If you want to check out any of my stuff, you can follow me on KOF Music on Twitter. On my website is KOFmusic.com. All my videos are on there, all the links to my shows and info about me. So on KOFmusic.com. I'm an alternative soul, do you know what I mean? So.
People left with nothing to say, but that I'm undeniable.